My name is Ella Jae, I'm 20 years old, and last year I travelled for 8 months. I went to 15 different countries, and these are the lessons that I learned from travelling. You don't need to keep in touch with everyone. We now live in a technology-driven world, and we feel as though that we need to stay in touch with everyone that we've ever met through social media. We have people on social media that we don't know or that we haven't talked to for years. Don't get me wrong, I made so many friendships while I was overseas, and I will cherish them for the rest of my life. But I don't need to stay in touch with everyone. There were so many people that I met that I just simply spent the day with or spent a couple of days with, and I had an amazing time, and I didn't get their social media. And I did this on purpose. I don't need to keep in touch with them. There is no need for me to witness and interact with everything else that they ever choose to do for the rest of their lives. And in a way, it actually preserves that moment and that memory, and it's okay to have an experience with someone and just leave it as it is. Let fear be the fuel, not the driver. Fear is only an indication that you need to do something. The more afraid you are of something, the more important it is that you do it. And every time that I've dived headfirst into fear, I've never regretted it. When it comes to traveling, fear only lasts until before you leave. And there will be moments throughout your travel where you do feel a little bit afraid, but it's just the fear of uncertainty or of not knowing what you're getting yourself into. But once you get past that initial hesitance, there is so much beauty and knowledge and experience waiting on the other side of your fear. Looking after myself is tough, but I'm perfectly capable. Adulthood can be so scary and intimidating, and it's something that I'm completely new to, and I've only just started navigating. School was designed to teach us how to assimilate into the workplace, but not how to really handle adulthood. It didn't teach us how to truly look after ourselves outside of work environments. So what travel did for me was accelerate that process, and it threw me into the deep end and forced me to overcome challenges and new environments and take care of myself at 19 years old. As I was approaching the end of high school, I had this belief that I couldn't do it and I was never going to be able to look after myself entirely. And it's really terrifying to finally have your whole life in your hands, and it's your responsibility to take care of it, and it's your choice what you do with it. And I never believed that I was going to be capable of looking after myself. Just doing the bare minimum to look after yourself is exhausting as it is, let alone all the excess that's recommended that we do on top of it, like hard exercise, sleeping longer, sleeping deeper, not drinking coffee, working harder, being productive, etc. But what I realized is that it is hard, and adulthood is hard because you have less support than you did when you were a child, naturally. That is just part of it. But I'm perfectly capable, and traveling showed me that. You can do the hard thing. You learn more about yourself and the world. And I know it's such a cliche hearing backpackers say, "Oh, I'm traveling to find myself." But it's not really about finding yourself, because you already have you. It's about strengthening your relationship with yourself. It's about understanding how you handle situations and how you can handle situations better. It's about building self-awareness. It's about exposing yourself to new perspectives, to new cultures, to new ways of life in order to enhance your own and add to your own perspective and your own life. And it's a powerful thing that traveling can give you so much all at once. And it happens because that relationship with yourself is amplified when you're in foreign countries and you're in a place of discomfort and you're not in the same environment that you're used to and that you've grown comfortable in. You can learn so much about yourself, and you learn so much about the world that we live in and how you want to choose to navigate it. Everything else becomes smaller. This is a lesson that was so profound for me, and I realized that it may not resonate for everybody. This lesson helped me in so many ways. Broadening your horizons and seeing more actually makes the nitty-gritty of your life seem smaller. All of those small grievances that we catastrophize and we make much bigger than necessary suddenly seem a lot smaller, and it helps you recognize what is important in your life and make sure that you're giving your attention to the important things. Presence is the key to happiness. To me personally, one of my own values is to really immerse myself in the present and what is going on now, because that's all I have and that's all that I can control. And so I really want to chase as many experiences as possible, big or small, whether I'm traveling or whether I'm doing something that might be considered mundane. It doesn't matter. I want to be in that experience and have fun in that experience as much as possible and be present. The more that I focus on the future, the more that I continue to lose the present moment. I want to live fully and I want to live now. Thanks for watching.